Right now, some snow accumulation across southern Wisconsin today when we could see the next batch of snow. Plus, the Henry Vilas Zoo kicked off their zoo lights tonight. How you can go check it out. And the first American held hostage has been released on the third day of the ceasefire truce. That's all coming up at 10. It was a winter wonder-like scene today in Wisconsin. That snow that we have been talking about came into fruition. It's officially the kickoff to the holiday season. And now a live look at the Capitol, where it finally started to stop snowing, and it doesn't look like it'll be picking up anytime soon. Let's head outside with a check of your first warn forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington, who joins us now from the weather patio. Alex, how is it outside?
It's the polar patio, Jalen, out here. The winds are ramping up, temperatures are dropping, and we were first to warn about this snow. I think it was last Saturday, Sunday, I was talking about the possibility of accumulating snow over this weekend, and weather models trended away from it, and they trended back, and you're right, it did come to fruition here. We do have a couple snow showers, flurries over portions of Dane County up towards Wanakee, Sun Prairie up on 151, but they're moving fast from the northwest to the southeast. They don't expect accumulating snow overnight tonight. Just a few flurries out there. And our 6-hour future track radar picking up on those couple little patches of flurries. Again, we're not expecting accumulation overnight. The accumulating snow should be done. What is not done? The plummeting temperatures. They're on the tumble. We're at 28 in Madison, 27 in the Dells, 27 in Monroe, and 29 in Boscobel. The winds have been getting a little gusty. You might even hear that here through my microphone. We've had wind gusts as high as 40 in Lone Rock. So when you take 40-mile-per-hour winds and temperatures in the 20s, it doesn't feel like the 20s. It feels like the teens, even 9. It feels like 9 in Baroka right now, 22 in Madison. We will have cold temperatures over the course of the next couple days. This isn't a January Monday that I'm tracking here. Temperature starting off at 16, getting up to 24. It's a late November Monday, but we got even colder temperatures we're going to talk about. We're going to show some of these snow pictures here. You know, I like to show weather. And then when we warm up and when we might see more snow chances coming up in Maine weather.
All right, Alex, we'll see you then. All around Madison, the holiday lights are on, and the Henry Vilas Zoo may take the cake on the most vibrant setup. As Merrill Hubbard reports, people are beating the cold to celebrate with the zoo animals.
With temperatures dropping and snow falling all around, we found something that will warm up your spirits while staying in the outdoors. I'm here at the Henry Vilas Zoo, where they're celebrating their first weekend of the holiday light display.
I mostly like the animal lights.
Yeah? Like which one?
All of them.
Through December, people can experience the zoo after hours under the glow of almost 1 million lights. Santa will be there for photos until he has to ride off on Christmas Eve. Unlimited carousel rides are also included with admission.
Brand new this year, we have a light maze. It's fantastic. There's 10 dead ends, and kids have been having an absolute blast showing their grown-ups how to get through the maze.
The lights and activities will run till December 30th, with the exception of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. If you want to partake in the heartwarming festivities, the display is open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
The look of joy as a kid runs out from seeing Santa, or from coming out of the light maze, or from listening to a lion roar. It's the type of magic that, yeah, you can see lights as you drive through your neighborhood, but why not see lights and support conservation?
The zoo changed their admissions this year to time tickets, where you can reserve a time at www.henryvilaszoo.doublenot.com. In Madison, Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
All of the proceeds from the holiday lights tickets will go directly back to helping the zoo animals. Today at the Garver Feed Mill, crafts connoisseurs started off their holiday season with the 17th annual Crafttacular. 45 locally owned businesses showed up and showed off their handmade goods, including everything from food and live plants to ornaments and jewelry. Small local businesses thrive off the support from their community, and Melissa O'Brien from Grow Greenhouse says spending time with supporters at events like this is what she loves the most.
I kind of miss out on that opportunity to have that one-on-one connection with customers that I just really long for. I get to talk to my customers. I get to meet people that have been supporting my business kind of behind the scenes that I've never really got to talk to.
O'Brien also says choosing local helps those same smaller businesses give back in the long run.
I want to thank the community for coming out to such an awesome event like this, supporting small local businesses that are really able to give back to the community in so many ways, and for supporting people like me that are able to make this my full-time job.
For more information on this Crafttacular and their future events, go to our website at channel3000.com. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in the village of Maple Bluff as the village held their annual holiday parade and tree lighting. The parade kicked off this afternoon at 3:30, followed by a special appearance from the one and only Santa Claus. Finally, it was capped off with some caroling just before and the tree lighting. Event goers were joined by the Maple Bluff Fire and Rescue, who graciously handed out refreshments. For those that were not able to attend, MB Fire and Rescue has set up a drop box at the firehouse for those that would like to drop off a letter to Santa. The drop box will be available from November 27th through December 22nd. Next tonight at 10, the landmark redistricting case currently in front of the Wisconsin Supreme Court didn't pop up overnight. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have been pushing for years for a process to draw legislative maps that both parties consider fair. Among those lawmakers were former Republican State Senator Dale Schultz, who represented the Richland Center area for decades. And on this week's For the Record, Schultz joined our Will Keneally to share his thoughts on it.
We had both been around in the majority and the minority multiple times, and we recognized that democracy was the most important thing if we were going to maintain faith in our system of government. And we know, or knew I should say, that both political parties had been guilty of gerrymandering in the past, and it was time for it to stop. I still believe that. I think the people believe that, and we'll see what happens, what the court does.
If you would like to check out the full interview with Schultz, you can find that on our website at channel3000.com. Marty Croft, the creator of many children TV shows, has died at the age of 86. Croft co-produced iconic children's television shows, including HR, Puffin' Stuff, Land of the Lost, and The Brady Bunch Hour. He and his brother Sid Croft produced the satirical series DC Follies. Eventually, Marty Croft would be referred to as the King of Saturday Mornings. The Croft brothers were awarded Lifetime Achievement Awards and stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. According to his representatives, he died of kidney failure in California, surrounded by friends and family. Meanwhile, in Vermont, police are investigating a shooting that wounded 3 Palestinian college students that happened last night. The students were visiting relatives in Burlington. Officials say they went for a walk before dinner, and shortly after, someone opened fire. All 3 victims were struck, 2 in their torsos and 1 in the lower extremities. The victims were transported to the UVM Medical Center. Tonight, a rally was held in Burlington for the victims. 2 are currently stable, while the other one is in much more serious condition, according to Burlington police. Police and attendees of the rally are searching for the motive as why someone would want to do this.
It is a strange day for me today because usually for the last 52 days I've been calling my family every day, sometimes 10, 20 times, to know how are they. And today I received so many calls from my family members to ask me how am I. Is that possible in Vermont?
Police have collected evidence at the scene, but so far no one is in custody. The Council on American Islamic Relations says it is offering a $10,000 reward, leading to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible for the shooting. A 4-year-old American girl was among 17 hostages released today by Hamas. It's the 3rd round of releases in this fragile 4-day pause, and her relatives say this proves it's possible to get all the hostages back home. President Biden says he is also hopeful more Americans will soon be freed, including 2 American women tomorrow. Natalie Brand has the latest from Washington.
4-year-old Abigail Moore Adon, the youngest American hostage in the grips of Hamas, was freed Sunday in the latest handover from the terror organization. Displaced residents from the kibbutz where Abigail and her family lived erupted in cheers when the hostages were released.
I saw Abigail. She is the best friend of my granddaughter.
They also expressed concern for those who remain hostage.
We're praying that they will come back too.
She's free and she's in Israel now.
Speaking from his holiday weekend in Nantucket, President Biden confirmed Abigail's release. He also emphasized the trauma the girl suffered witnessing her parents' murders on October 7th and her captivity ever since.
Hell for 50 days. What she endured is unthinkable.
For its part, Israel freed 39 Palestinians from prison. A fourth exchange is expected Monday, the last day of the current four-day truce deal. Hamas said late Sunday it will seek to extend the agreement.
The ball really is in Hamas's court in terms of its willingness to step forward and release additional hostages, including potentially releasing additional Americans.
President Biden said he'd like to see the momentum continue.
That's our goal, to keep this pause going beyond tomorrow so that we can continue to see more hostages come out.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he told President Biden in a phone call Sunday that while he welcomes an extension, Israel will resume full force against Hamas once this temporary truce is over. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
By the end of tomorrow, the U.S. says it expects to have a full picture from the Red Cross of the conditions of the remaining hostages. And still ahead at 10, the holiday shopping weekend isn't over yet. Just how much Americans are expected to spend on tomorrow's Cyber Monday. Plus, Alex is back with another check of your First One forecast when we return.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models.
Enjoy Buckin' Honeys before, during, or after the big game. Buckin' Honeys restaurants voted best of Madison and celebrating Wisconsin hospitality in Sun Prairie, Monona, Waunakee, and new in Mount Horeb.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
It's here, Wisconsin's newest and most exclusive sports show. Wisconsin Huddle. It's more than just highlights. It's more than X's and O's. It's a dynamic 30-minute weekly special produced for the die-hard fans of Wisconsin athletics. Embark on an exclusive journey into the lives of some of UW's top athletes as we offer an inside look into their world. Watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, we've got Davine Joy Randolph.
Push beyond your gift.
You on the road. And she's been offered millions in college scholarships.
If I don't do it, then nobody's going to do it.
Then South African sensation Tyler.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Despite rising costs and higher interest rates, consumers spent big and set records this weekend. The National Retail Federation estimates 182 million people will shop from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday, nearly 16 million more than last year. Even with more people looking for an in-person shopping experience, data from Shopify found that 93% of consumers will buy at least some of their gifts online. Eric Matisoff with Adobe Analytics says consumers will find the deepest discounts on Cyber Monday.
We're expecting that Cyber Monday will be the biggest shopping day of the year, with apparel and electronics driving a lot of those purchases, up to just about $90 billion for the country.
The day could set a Cyber Monday record following a $9.8 billion spending record set on Black Friday. Although Adobe's numbers are not adjusted for inflation, but as credit card debt reaches an all-time high, a growing number of Americans are delaying the payment of expensive purchases. For many, November, December are packed with fabulous family meals and leftovers from those meals. But this time of the year can also be peak for food poisoning. But the experts at Consumer Reports have tips to store your favorite leftovers safely this holiday season.